Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live, guys. Today, we're talking about being triumphant, having a triumphant life, which will explain what that means in this context in a very few moments. Thanks for being here. If you are new, this is, again, the show where we speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. You can go to productivethroughjoy.com to see about us. We have a series of really interesting and really dynamic workshops and lectures and presentations. It's all there on the website. You'll see what we do. Very powerful. Have me come out in particular and speak to your group, school, or organization. All right. If you are new, I should say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, author of the spanking brand new animating Black and Brown Liberation, a theory of American literatures. I'm on my book tour for the last two books for Americus and animating Black and Brown Liberation. I just came back from Louisiana, the Vermont Book Fair. We'll be going next week to the Kentucky Book Fair in Lexington. So if you're in the South, drive on over. There's a new governor coming into Kentucky. Thank God. Come on through, and I'll see you there. That's next weekend. So it'll be amazing. I'm also the board president of the World Stage, a great 501c3 nonprofit here in Los Angeles. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature. Guys, listen, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised to hear of my level of productivity when they hear about my crazy background. I am the product of a young girl who was sexually assaulted at age 16. I am the product of that assault. She gave birth to me when she turned 17, and at a month, I was given up for adoption to a single divorcee who was amazing. Yet at the time, no biological father, no adopted father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as cool Modi famously said, "Ho, how you like me now?" And if I can be this productive through joy, I know a lot of us can also be similarly productive, which is why we have this show, why we have this business. It personally inspires me because I know and we know it's not where you're from, it's where you're about to go. So, bam, thanks for being here, which is an appropriate transition to our topic for today, the triumphant life. I once heard as a sidebar, I once heard someone I know who told me a story about someone who told them, "Oh, you're so triumphant," as if that were a negative thing. So I want to start there. Um, at times, triumphant can be prefigured as something negative, kind of an arrogance. It's not that at all. Having a triumphant life is simply means a life where you expect triumph, where you live in excellence, where you expect to win, and where winning happens in various aspects of your life, in love, and business, and health and wellness. You're triumphing over the multitude of challenges that we all face on this planet. Listen, for everyone, definitely life is a challenge. It just is. The challenge to be true to yourself, the challenge to make enough money to support your family, the challenge to pursue your dreams, to identify your dreams. If you're an artist, as James Baldwin said, the artist struggle for your integrity, and that can kind of go on. So everyone has their own struggle. When you complicate that struggle by race, gender, orientation, sexually, ableness, oh man, it's tough. And then people around you who seek to knock you down because you are seeking triumph. I've experienced that. I have experienced that a lot. People just really hating on my black excellence. I know I'm not unique in that situation, but you want to know that having a triumphant life is about winning in all phases, as we said. Point two is that when you begin to win in all phases, as we hinted at in the last point, detractors are going to come. Mediocrity hates excellence. It calls forth its insecurity. And people who see you going forward in life, even when you've been helpful to them or cool or humble, whatever you want to say, man, the knives will be out for you. That's just reality. Once you know that, you can not be freaked out, but you can be better prepared to deal with it. I haven't always been good at that. I don't know. I expect people to like act right, and I get a little surprised when they, even though people have acted wrong towards me in my excellence for many years. I'm always a little shocked and stunned when people who I've been good to basically act in ways are that are untoward toward me. So so maybe you can learn from my mistake. And I'm not saying you need to be hyper defensive, but you want to be able to be a better judgment of people. And listen, cross your T's and dot your I's. I'm pretty good at that. But you know, the funny thing, as a crazy sidebar, it's the people who have been closest to me when I've let my, I do pretty good at just the people who I know are coming for me. I do pretty good at that. My weakness has been in not effectively dealing with people in my inner circle, like just not prepared for, like not anticipating their insecurity or their issues, their hateration. And those are the people who've got me. It's been those who were closest to me when I didn't even see it coming. I mean, I was like, not you. Oh my God, I've got so many heartbreaking stories, and I'm still in my own life figuring out how to deal with that because I don't want to be distrustful of people in my circle, but I have to do a better job at seeing who I let into my circle and also anticipating their own insecurities. And, you know, I don't have to be exposed um, completely to them in certain situations. I can anticipate where they may hate and then just not deal with them in that arena so I can still be their friend. Because what happens in my case is that people who've been close to me have betrayed me, and then I've been so devastated by it that those friendships and relationships have ended. And maybe I could have done a better job at anticipating or handling it, but I just have not done well. So learn from my mistake. Be be judicious and be insightful and recognize people's frailties when you deal with them. So I'm kind of going off a little bit here because I've had this situation happen a few times lately. It's been pretty difficult for me. So, but as you handle that, the folks who are closest to you, I do not believe in the whole keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. I don't believe that. That's a negative way to live. But you do have to be smart about when you're having success to know that it's human nature for people to feel a little bit uncomfortable and protect yourself, even amongst those who are close to you. So that's just kind of a sad thing to say, but it's my experience for sure. Anyway, but so which goes right into point three. As you handle the external and the internal folk in your life in terms of how to negotiate your own excellence, not only will you be triumphant, but you'll inspire others around you to be triumphant as well. So true, you're gonna get those haters. You know, that's happening. You know, but what's also beautiful is that you'll be able to inspire other people to have a triumphant life. And and what's great is that when people around you are triumphanting, are triumphant, they're less concerned about your triumph, and they have less time to hate on you because they have their own stuff to get done. You know, that's one of my strategies now is to surround myself with people who are, you know, who are in their own lives triumphing, and I'm not having to deal with so many haters. Woo-wee. All right. So anyway, boom. I kind of preached today. I don't want to preach, but I'm kind of preaching and confessing. It's like I'm in a therapy session. Thanks, guys, for being here. Therapy with Dr. Michael Datcher in public. Oh my goodness. Thanks for being here. We air each weekday morning, hella early at 4:45 a.m. on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. I think that's it. So, oh, today's Friday. So this is the last morning show of the week. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Again, come and see me if you're in the South next week. I'll be at the Kentucky Book Festival in Lexington with some really great people. The great poet FX Walker. I mean, so many great things happening in that book festival. Reading from my book, Animating Black and Brown Liberation: A Theory of American Literature is going to be amazing. Anyway, guys, love and respect you. We'll see you soon. Deuces.